Hi guys, I'm Adam Wilbourn from WhatCulture outside the T-Mobile Arena here in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada, bringing you the ups and downs for NXT Stand and Deliver. Once again, massive thanks to our friends at Surfshark. Thank you very much, sir. Thanks to our friends at Surfshark for getting us out here in Las Vegas for Stand and Deliver on WrestleMania. As you can see people flying through the gates and heading off because it's WrestleMania in like, I don't know, 2 hours or something like that. But let's run through Stand and Deliver and give it the ups and a fairly obvious down that we will get to. On the kickoff show, I should mention congratulations to Gigi Dolin and Tatum Paxley. They've become the tag team #1 contenders, potentially facing either Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez or Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. But let's get on to the main card, ladies and gentlemen, and talk about the North American title match. It was Ricky Saints. Let's hear it for Ricky Saints, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, doing the pose and everything. Against Ethan Page. Yeah. Not much love for Ethan Page around here.
The revolution is televised.
Hey, if you think that reaction was wrong, wait till my reaction later.
Well, we saw Ricky Saints. You can do it again. We saw him very early on walk along the top rope and hit his amazing pose, dropping Ethan Page there. But Page came back. Ricky actually tried to dive on him to the outside and just ate the announce table instead. But he came back, huge DDT, a spine buster, a power bomb. There was some, what do we make of the Tony Fumble chants, ladies and gentlemen?
It's not necessarily old by this point.
I mean,
Tag team champion and won the Owen Cup. Oh.
if you get us demonetized for that, we're having words, all right. But in the end, Page did manage to hit an Ego's Edge, but Ricky Saints kicked out. Hit him with the Rochambeau, still your North American champion.
Ricky Saints, Ricky Saints, Ricky Saints, Ricky Saints, Ricky Saints.
Then we got to the NXT Tag Team titles, and what champions they have been. Let's hear it for Fraxium. And our new favorites, Hank and Tank, Hong Kong. I should just have this for every Fraxium match that we review. My first note here is just Nathan Fraser and Axiom are the best tag team on the planet.
Yeah.
Argue with a wall. But Hank and Tank came back. Yeah, hopefully they do get brought up to the main roster. Fraxium is probably not fine, but we'll wait and see. There was a huge hot tag to Tank, though. I love that both of these guys in there. Axiom hit a Hurricane Roar onto Hank, onto Tank on the outside. Phoenix Splash got a 2 count. Hank tried to dive. He, again, in the second match in a row, as you pointed out, Adam Blair, ate the announce table. I thought he was dead. He just laid there for half the match after that. There was the typical finish to a Fraxium match, a Super Spanish Fly, followed by the Phoenix Splash. But Hank dove in, he saved him, and then there was a massive Deep Six, shout out to Baron Corbin, a dive from Tank. Everyone rips their tops off. Hong Kong, we have new champs, Hank and Tank! Love those guys. Then it was the ladder match for the vacant women's North American title. Say that again.
10 stars, I don't care.
10 stars.
Women's wrestling is the revolution. Women's wrestling is taking over. Women's wrestling. Women's wrestling. Women's wrestling.
Love all the girls in this match. We had, let's do a bit of a straw poll on who we like the most. We had Zarya.
Yeah.
We had the wonderful Kalani Jordan.
Yeah.
My personal favorite, Thea Hale.
Yeah.
Doing it.
Grown-ass woman.
Doing it for Chase U. Lola Vice. Love a bit of Lola Vice. Lola Vice. We got Carmen Petrovic in there. Oh, sorry, Izzy Dame, my apologies.
Who doesn't deserve anything right now?
Izzy Dame, yes, of course. And Sol Ruka. But yeah, credit to all the girls in there. Some really rough ladder bumps for all of them. The culling came out. I don't think there was any fans of the culling. Fun spots. Yeah, Thea Hale dived off a ladder to the outside to take them all out. Kalani splashed Lola on a ladder bridge. But in the end, we see Sol Ruka, the friends, the partners, Sol Ruka and Zarya fighting atop the ladder. Sol knocks Zarya down. She hits a Soul Snatcher off the ladder to Izzy Dame. And a double Soul Snatcher to Thea and Lola. Sol Ruka, North American champ! I've just realised, where are my manners? I apologise, Simon Miller. He has entrusted ups and downs to me, and I've just gone through the matches like this is some sort of what went down. Right, let's rewind. So, North American title, men's match, Ricky Saints retains. That doesn't get an up. That gets a golden up! We go. We're getting kicked out. Let's go. Let's head this way, ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep going. I'll keep going. We'll keep rolling with ups and downs. I'm no surprises here. Simon Miller, always on the edge of the law with these things. We'll be right back.
Thanks so much for watching this video and supporting our channel. You know who else support our channel? Surfshark, who are sponsoring all of our WrestleMania content from here in Las Vegas. Surfshark's VPN is amazing. You can make sure all of your stuff stays private and secure when you're out and about online, and they have a 30-day money-back guarantee. Not only that, but it allows you to change your virtual location to access all of your favorite content, which means you can watch all of WWE shows on Netflix, not just Raw, but SmackDown and NXT too, with no ads, and you get to see all the bonus content us Brits get to see too. Stuff like this. Booyaka! Booyaka! 619! Just click the link in the description and use code WhatCultureMania at checkout to get 4 extra months of Surfshark VPN.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back! And the best news of all is no one got arrested! Right, where were we? So, Ricky Saints versus Ethan Page. Golden up for that, of course. Hank and Tank winning the tag titles. That definitely gets a golden up. As does Sol Ruka winning a wonderful ladder match for the Women's North American title. I'm in such a good mood. What match we got next? It's the Family versus Dark State. Oh no.
I'm glad you looked at me and not me.
Why stacks why? Why stacks why? Why stacks why? Why stacks why? Why stacks why?
How could you?
Why stacks why?
How could you do it? So, everything seemed fine. Everything was fine. The family were fine, okay? They come out together. Dark State are there. What do we think of Dark State? Yeah! Okay. They're all right, yeah. They're getting there. But they destroyed Luca Crucifino early on. Stacks, I may have written these notes before what happened. I wrote here, Stacks is awesome, but gets thrown into the timekeeper's area. Tony D'Angelo, let's hear it for Tony, come on. He comes in, he dominates, he's the Don after all. Belly to belly, spine busters for everybody. Exactly. Tony D comes in and dominates. Forza Tony. Fourth member of Dark State. I'm sorry, I can't remember the names just yet. He tries to get involved.
Osiris Griffin, Cutler James, Dion Lennox, and Saquon Sugars.
Okay, one of them tries to get involved, but the wrist takes him out.
Yeah, that was Cutler.
Sachs brought in a crowbar. Tony doesn't want to use it. Shades of last year, of course. And then... I can't... Sorry, I'm just trying to compose myself, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize.
You got this.
Stacks low blow Tony D'Angelo. Pain. Pain, that's what that is. So, for the first time in history, I'm a huge fan of NXT if you don't know. For the first time in history, for me, being entrusted with ups and downs by Simon Miller for Stand and Deliver, the match was great, obviously, but that incident has caused me to give up my first ever Brown Down, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. We're apparently going to hear more from Stacks on Tuesday. I may pop along and jump the barrier, I got to be honest. We need to sort this out. Where is Stacks, indeed? Well, I'll tell you right now, he is banned from WhatCulture. That's it. I'm making a call. You're banned. Don't you show your face. Don't you dare show your face around here again. How could you? Why, Stacks, why?
Why Stacks, why? Why Stacks, why? Why Stacks, why? Why Stacks, why?
Right. Let's get to the women's fatal four-way for the NXT Women's Championship. I know Las Vegas has got a lot of love for Miss Parker. Jada Parker.
Miss Parker, Miss Parker, Miss Parker, Miss Parker, Miss Parker.
We also had Jordan Grace. What a freak.
Big mama puzzle, mommy.
Fantastic to see Julia back in the ring again. But I think without a doubt, everyone's favorite, La Primera, Stephanie Vaquer.
NXT es la casa de la primera.
Really good back and forth early on.
La Primera, La Primera, La Primera, La Primera.
Really good back and forth early on between Stephanie Vaquer and Jordan Grace. There was a huge Tower of Doom spot with Grace carrying both Vaquer and Julia. She's an absolute freak in there. But yeah, lot of love for La Primera. There was a triple teardrop from Miss Parker. Whoa! Miss Parker's got a lot of love in Las Vegas, hasn't she? A four-way submission, and then I think these four women were put on an amazing match, but there was one point when everyone's eyes stopped focusing on the match to focus on Booker T ejaculating as Vaquer. Oh yeah, man! Yeah, there was.
You could definitely dig that, sucker.
There was, Booker T's favorite spot 3 times in a row, basically. Wipe him dry. A great near fall on Jordan Grace, on Jada Parker. But in the end, Vaquer came off the top, broke up a pin, dropped Jada Parker, and retained the NXT Women's Championship. Really, really enjoyed this, and that's why it doesn't just get an up. It gets a golden up! But finally, we got to get to our main event of the evening. It was Javon Evans, who is versus Trick Williams.
Whoop that trick! Whoop that trick!
What?
Whoop that trick!
I like it.
Whoop that trick! I like it! Whoop that trick! 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 Whoop that trick!
Whoop that trick! Whoop that trick! Whoop that trick! Here we go! Whoop that trick!
We haven't even gone through all the competitors, because let's not forget the champion going in, Obafemi. Don't get me wrong, I love Trick Williams. I think Javon Evans is an absolute freak. He's 20 years old and he's doing this, flying all over the place. But in the words of my brilliant producer right here, my cameraman, Adam Nicholas, ladies and gentlemen, Obafemi just picked him up and chucked him around like empty tracksuits. Javon Evans, flying in all over the place. There was a trick crossbody off the top to the outside. I've just written here, an incredible Tower of Doom spot where they all nearly died. But a choke slam into a massive cutter. Did anyone else think Javon Evans might knit this?
Yeah.
Multiple times.
Yeah, cutter. He tried to fly in with another one. Oba took his head off, but in the end he flew in with a huge cutter to get an insanely close 2 count there. Trick just randomly decided, I think he missed his spot, where he just went, I'm just going to attack the referee regardless in here. He takes out the ref. He basically rock-bottomed Obafemi through the announce table. He hit the trick shot. Obafemi, bit of a scrap with the referee to get back in there. He breaks it up. And in the end, despite the fact that Javon Evans flew in again with a massive double cutter, he turns around, gets hit with a trick shot by Trick Williams, but then 2 huge power bombs from Obafemi, one on top of Javon Evans and one to finish off Javon Evans, leaves Obafemi still, your NXT World Champion! It's the formula. Just put Obafemi.
NXT! 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 NXT!
just put over Femi in triple threat matches. He's magic in them. This, without doubt, to close out Ups and Downs, does not get an up. It doesn't get a down. Of course not. It gets a golden up! Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming out. This has been Ups and Downs for Stand and Deliver.
WhatCulture! 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 WhatCulture!
Thank you.
WhatCulture!
Thank you all for your support. Thank you all for coming out. But let's not forget, we would not be here without our phenomenal sponsors. Let's hear it for Surfshark.
Sharks.
We're getting Surfshark, Jack. We're going to get Surfshark. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. Let us know your thoughts on Stand and Deliver in the comments section below. Join us for more Ups and Downs. Join us for more WrestleMania coverage. Ladies and gentlemen, Stand and Deliver. Thank you so much.